Archbishop praises response to t.error and fire in his New Year message. The Anglican leader also said that the emergency services had been heroic in dealing with the 2017 atrocities in London and Manchester and the Grenfell Tower disaster. And he highlights the suffering of people struggling to find work or relying on food banks whose plight did not make national headlines. The Archbishop's message, to be broadcast on BBC One today at 12:55 p.m., will say all over the world we witnessed the horror and devastation caused by terrorism. There were other terrible tragedies, he says, adding that he visited Grenfell Tower when the West London block was still burning, and I remember the desperation and sorrow. Then there are those whose suffering will never make the news, he added. People who are struggling to find work or relying on food banks. Those who are bereaved, or coping with poor mental health or physical illness. When things feel unrelentingly difficult, there are often questions which hang in the air. Is there any light at all? Does anyone care? He quotes the Gospel of John, "The light shone in the darkness and the darkness has not overcome it." That light was seen in the resilience of Borough Market, which was now as vibrant and welcoming as before the June attack. It was in the faces of the hundreds of volunteers who helped after the Grenfell blaze, and the emergency workers who responded to the events. So often in 2017, the depth of suffering was matched by a depth of compassion as communities came together, he said. In his Christmas message, Welby had reflected on his moving visit to the Holy Land and the time spent in Nazareth, Bethlehem and Jerusalem at religious sites. He urged people to focus on good news and spreading a positive message. The good news is good news for all people, whatever their situation in life, he said. It is good news for politicians and leaders, but is also good news for the refugees and displaced persons who continue to flee from danger and seek safety and sanctuary.